Okay, so I've been getting a lot of questions about just some good spring and summer shoes and also just a shoe rotation update video. I think I did one back in August of last year, so I would say we're definitely due for another one. My shoe collection has grown so much. Even my style has grown so much since then, so I thought there would be a lot of value here. And you guys seem to think so as well because you kept asking for it, which thank you, by the way. I love when you guys give me ideas and inspirations for videos. It just makes my life honestly so much easier. So we're just gonna go through some of these and kind of what my thoughts are on terms of like how they are to style, how much I like them for comfort, and really what my main use is for them. So let's get into it. So first I'm gonna start out with my daily driver, and I'm gonna try to include as much B-roll as possible here, but I'll just show off the shoes. I think some of them are pretty self-explanatory as well. But I'm gonna start with the Chuck 70 high top. And personally, I like the Chuck 70s more so than the regular All-Stars. And the big difference there, and I made an entire video about this as well, which I can link up here and below, but the Chuck 70s are a lot more high quality of a shoe. They are about $30 more expensive, but they have a lot more cushion and padding in the sole of the shoe, and they're also like visibly thicker to the eye as well. So if you're super tall, then these probably aren't gonna be for you, but I do love these personally. I find they're extremely timeless. You can literally wear them with anything, especially the black ones. So when I kind of don't know what to wear, or I'm struggling to find a shoe to just pair with an outfit, which honestly happens a lot, these are easily my go-to, and I love them so much. Another thing about the 70s is it has a cream sole rather than more of like a white or grayish white sole as well. And the laces are cream too, which I really like. So I think these look great and find them to be just so versatile. And so much so that I also have these in the parchment colorway, which is kind of like a cream-ish off-white. This is a really, really nice color. And it also has this red and navy bottom as well, lining on the sole. So both of these are great options. And I figured if I had a black and a white pair, then I'd pretty much be covered for all of my bases as well. But another one I did just pick up, and these are so beautiful. I love these. These are the Chuck 70 Marquee. Now, I personally love white sneakers, and these are exceptional. They still have that canvas upper, but one thing that's like pretty hard to show off on camera is that the canvas itself is a lot thicker. So you can see it kind of has a better hold to it, and overall, I could just feel the quality a bit more in these, which is nice. And they're the same price as the Chuck 70s. These are still technically a Chuck 70 as well. But the one difference they do have is they have a suede toe box, which I like. It's a more of a taupe colorway, which again, you know I love those neutrals, so this is right up my alley. And then something pretty unique on it as well is it has a translucent gum sole, which I think is a pretty different look, and I think it looks great on this shoe. And then my favorite detail by far is the gold script font. I think that's just a really nice little detail that they added in there, a nice little touch. And then also a taupe suede patch as well, which overall, I just think this shoe is so cool. I don't know how long it's gonna last in terms of it being clean, but this is probably gonna be, so far at least, my favorite summer pickup shoe, spring pickup. I think it just is gonna go with pretty much everything. The next one I wanna bring up is the Adidas Gazelle. This is also one of my new favorite spring pickup shoes, and also has some great details here too. Now obviously I went with the crazy beautiful blue color, which you don't have to do. I actually want these in red, and I still find these very easy to style with a lot of outfits. Like for example, I wore this the other day with some like camo shorts, and the brown gum sole I feel like paired still very well with the entire outfit. So I've been getting a lot of use out of these, and I would recommend sizing down at least a half size in these. I went down a full size, which I think was a little too much. So size down a half size. Same thing with the Chuck 70s. So for example, I'm a 10 in Nike, and I wear a 9 in the Chuck 70s, and for the Gazelles, I think a 9.5 would have been perfect. But anyway, these came with a blue lace, and I switched out the white laces. I think they look a lot better that way. Again, I do love this gum sole. It's definitely what sold me on it over the Specials, because the Specials have a gum sole as well, but they're not nearly as light, and I like that you can actually almost like even see the stripes coming through the bottom of the shoe there, which I thought again is just a nice little detail and something that looks pretty cool too. Now, like I was saying, I love neutral colors, and this was definitely a way for me to add an easy pop into my outfits, because a lot of what I wear is very neutral, and sometimes it is nice to add color into your outfits, especially in the warmer months. So I think this would be a great option to go with, is the Adidas Gazelle. And of course, I'm gonna link all these in the description box below too, but let me know if you guys have any questions and I'd be happy to answer them. Now, the Sambas are another really popular Adidas shoe, and I also still recommend these. I have honestly nothing bad to say about them. I would say they're a little overplayed right now, but they're so popular for a reason. And again, this is a timeless item, similar to the Chuck 70s. They've been around forever. They're just really, really hot right now. And so personally, I don't care if I'm wearing them, and so are a lot of people. I held out on these for a while, and I feel like I was influenced on them. And honestly, since I bought them, like, I love these things. I wear them all the time. I feel like they're super versatile, and some people complain about them not being the most comfortable shoe, but I find them to be plenty comfortable. I have no issues, didn't have a break-in process, didn't get blisters, so I really like these as well. And of course, with either of these options, the Gazelles or the Sambas, they have so many different colors to pick from, like, you can't go wrong. All right, now I'm gonna take a little bit of a steer here, because a lot of times when I post my videos, people are saying that, you know, I only wear sneakers, which honestly is pretty true, just given like my lifestyle. I'm not getting crazy dressed up all that much, but I do have two good options that for me are dressy. So we'll start with the most dressy out of pretty much anything I have, and I've been really liking these lately. Now, I also think it depends on where you live. So in New York City, you can wear, honestly, like some pretty crazy stuff and get away with it. But if you're in a sleepy town like me, then it's probably not realistic. But I still think these are a staple that every guy should have in his wardrobe. And that's just gonna be a nice pair of loafers. So these are the Larson Weijin loafers from GH Bass. I believe they're 175 bucks retail. I did a poll on my IG of everybody's favorite loafer options, and I got a bunch of great picks. But I went with GH Bass just because I feel like I did see it the most often, and it also resonated with my style. I feel like it was a good entry-level purchase. I didn't want to spend 300 bucks on a loafer because I've never had one before. But again, these are timeless. They've been around forever, and you will have them forever as well. So I feel like this was a good investment, and I'm actually gonna wear the GH Bass Weijin loafers in brown at our wedding. So I think that says how much I like them. And with these, I did size down a full size to a 9, so just something to keep in mind there. I did an entire video of how to style loafers, and I think honestly they're great because you can dress them down for honestly a bit of like an edgy look, I guess you could call it. It's just a little out there if you paired these with a light wash denim jean. I think it looks great, but you know, obviously that's not gonna be for everybody. Or more likely, dress them up with something nice like a suiting trouser or a pleated trouser from Abercrombie or something like that. So either way, I do find these to be quite versatile, and I do really like them. So I'm excited to try and get more use out of them. So that's for the people that said I didn't have anything dressy enough in my wardrobe, which they weren't wrong. Okay, and then next up is my all-time favorite sneaker. It's just a classic all white leather sneaker, and I made an entire white leather sneaker video way back, and it's done really well. It has like almost 40,000 views, which for YouTube is really strong. But this is my new favorite, and I didn't even know about this shoe when I made that video, what, like a year ago or something like that. But anyway, these are the Axel Arigato Clean 90s. Now you're probably wondering, how are these so clean? And it's honestly just because I'm scared to wear them out and get them dirty, because I do so many styling videos, so I try to not get them dirty. I've honestly thought about getting a pair like just for videos, and then a pair for actually wearing out, especially if like I were to go to a bar or something. You know your shoes are gonna get dirty, but that's just me being OCD. But anyway, about these shoes, one thing you're probably catching on to is I'm just a sucker for that gold script right there. I think that's a really nice detail, and these typically retail for about 300 bucks, maybe a little more. I picked these up on Essence for, I think it was $220, which is actually a really good deal. Now, when it comes to white leather sneakers, you can get something cheaper, but I honestly really do feel like it's worth paying the extra money. They're just gonna last a lot longer. The quality in terms of comfort is there. I think it's worth it. And they also look a lot more slim on foot. I just find that those other ones are a little bit bulky, and once you do get a good amount of wear out of them, they do start to bulge out quite a lot. And while I haven't worn these, I've worn these out, as you can tell. There's dirt on the bottom of them, so I'm just very strategic about when I wear these out. But I also just wear these around the house a ton, and when I do my styling videos, this is pretty much always the sneaker I use. I'm sure you guys have caught on to that. It's just so effortless and easy to style. And like I was saying, you can definitely dress this up. Like for me, if I go out to a nice dinner, I'm gonna be wearing this, not the loafers, most likely. Which you could do both, unless it's like a really nice dinner. Okay, now let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum and talk comfort. And I'm just gonna do kind of a 2-for-1 on these, but it's gonna be some Birkenstocks. So first we have the Birkenstock Boston, which is more like a clog, as you can see. And I really like these. I wish I got them in the taupe colorway, which is the color that I will show you next, taupe suede. But these are great. I really like them. Again, they are trendy, but they're so comfortable. And anytime I just wanna run out of the house really quick, like these are what I go with, and I still feel pretty stylish too. So I know Birks are kind of like a West Coast thing is kind of what I'm finding, and people on the East Coast are like, oh my God, Birks, like they freak out about it for some reason. I think they're cool, but whatever, you're never gonna please everybody. These are super comfortable and in my opinion, an easy staple, and you can just wear these with a pair of pants or wear some crew socks and wear them with a pair of shorts. Very versatile. Then for the Arizonas, these get a ton of use. I'm a huge fan of my Birkenstock Arizonas, as you can tell. I think these are like the best vacation shoe. Wear these to the beach, or you know, if you're just in a really warm weather, like when I was in Italy, I was rocking these as well. And this is that taupe color I was talking about, that suede. I would go with the suede straps, especially instead of leather, because I've heard that the leather straps are far less comfortable than the suede ones. So I think it's worth paying a little extra money for that comfort. And again, you're gonna get a ton of use out of this, especially when you go on vacation. I think you'll be looking stylish. Pair this with some linen shorts or some linen pants and a button up. That's so easy. You're gonna be looking so good. A must. All right, what do we have next? This is a really good pickup. And then we have the Air Max 90s in the olive colorway. I'm a huge fan of green, so I went with this colorway, but they also do have some really great other picks too. These are really cool in my opinion. I just love the detail on all of this. You have that taupe right here and just the two tones of green on the front, which again, I just think looks really nice. I've gotten so many compliments on these. Anytime I post them on my Instagram, they're always getting a lot of compliments as well. So I would definitely check these out and just look at some of the other color options that they have, because you might find one that catches your eye a little bit more, but personally, I felt like this was great for me. So I've gotten a lot of use out of these already, and they are quite chunky, which I don't have a lot of that style in my wardrobe personally. So I wanted to add that in, and yeah, just another great shoe that I can not recommend highly enough. I realized earlier on in the video I wasn't showing off the shoe enough, so I'm trying to do that more. Let me know if I didn't include enough B-roll though for you guys. I'm trying to show it off enough, and hopefully you get the idea, but sorry. Okay, shocker, we got another sneaker, and that's gonna be the Axel Arigato Dice A. So these are also available in blue and beige. Shocker, I had to go with the green version. And it does have that little gold script right there, but this is literally the most comfortable shoe that I own, which is insane to me. I just bought them because I thought they looked nice. Been trying to work more color into my shoes, especially like I was mentioning. And once I got these and tried them on, I was like, holy crap. Like they're so unbelievably comfortable. Like honestly, I'm still just surprised, clearly. So I really love these. I definitely think they'd be a great thing to add to your wardrobe. And what I love about Axel Arigato as well is you're not gonna see them around a lot. And I think that's just because they're honestly bigger in Europe. And I do think they're gonna continue to grow in popularity. And it's not for a lack of them not having a good product. I just think a lot of people don't know about them over here. I think they're a Swedish company or something like that, or Scandinavian, one of those countries. But anyway, I really love these sneakers. I think they're a really cool addition, and definitely something that's unique that I didn't have in my wardrobe, and that I know a lot of people don't either. All right, we're getting through these pretty well. I mentioned these on my last shoe video, and they've held up pretty well, and that's gonna be the Jordan SE Craft version. So clearly, I'm a sucker for the neutral colors. I love the gray as well as the taupe, or more like a tan beige. I don't even know if there's much of a difference there, but I just think this colorway is so sick. Again, anytime I post this, people are asking about it. Unfortunately, you can only get these through a reseller like StockX now, which I can still link below, which is nice and convenient, and they don't upcharge them like crazy. I think they're like 130, 140, which is just a little bit over what I got them for on MSRP. So I really like these, really recommend. Again, size a half size down at least. But overall, super comfortable. I wore these around when we were walking in Europe a bunch, and they held up great. Didn't hurt my feet all that much. So I'm a big proponent for trying to get comfortable yet stylish shoes as well. I really like these still. And then I made an entire short form video about these, but the Lululemon Cityverse sneakers are, again, a very comfortable shoe. And anytime I want to just go for a walk or get out of the house quickly and not wear my Birks or something like that, then these are my go-to, because I find them to be so comfortable. And yet again, because I went with white, they go with pretty much everything. Some people are saying they look a bit like nursing shoes, which honestly, I definitely see as well. And when I saw these on the website, I didn't love them all that much. And then I got them in and tried them on and saw them on feet, and they grew on me a ton. So I'm a big fan of these, especially if you just need a nice sneaker for walking around, running errands. I think these are pretty versatile in my opinion. They also have some other colorways that I do like as well, but you know, I keep it simple, go with the white sneaker. Whew, okay, I had to just run all the way downstairs and I'm gassed. We live in a townhouse, so there's two flights. Oh my God. So I did also want to talk about my two favorite gym shoes. So first up, we have the Nike Vapor Air Max. So personally, I'm not much of a runner. I usually do the Stairmaster and find that that's plenty cardio for me. But I really like these for days that are not leg day because they don't have like an even surface. But I think these look super cool. I love the colorway. And additionally, they're like extremely comfortable. They feel like I'm wearing socks almost. And the one thing that is interesting you have to get used to is how the surface feels when you walk on it. I don't want to say it feels uneven, but it's just, you get used to it, definitely. And it feels like extremely grippy with these like little bubbles on the bottom. So that's just something to call out, but I really love these. They're super slim, have a great profile, and definitely my favorite gym shoe right now. Now, my favorite shoe for lifting in the gym during leg day is still the Nike Blazer. Now, I usually wear the white version that I Nike ID'd and customized, which are in my trunk, and I'm not gonna go get those, but you get the point. It's the same thing. And I just really love these because of the flat surface that they have. So they're great for legs. And that's pretty much my main purpose for these. I don't really wear these casually at all anymore because I don't know. Yeah, I felt like they were a little bit overplayed, and I honestly just kept seeing guys wear these and I was like, all right, I'm kind of over the Blazers, but for the gym, these are still my favorite by far. You could also do Chucks for the gym, but I wouldn't recommend the Chuck 70s because it has that padded and cushioned sole, to whereas the Chuck All-Stars don't have that, and so they'd be a lot better for leg day and more stable as well. So that's just something to think about if you prefer the Chucks over the Blazers, because then you would be able to use the Chuck All-Stars for other occasions outside of just wearing these to the gym, which you could still do that as yourself, you know, who cares what I think, but that's just my opinion. And I hope that was plenty in depth for you for my shoe collection. So far, those are just really the ones that I wear typically. I have more shoes obviously, but I didn't feel like they were really worth sharing with you guys. So hopefully you found value in that.